Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. This is Tanush, and today we'll be discussing about Saturn and Jupiter conjunction, which will be happening in the month of November 2020. So, let us see what is the nature of Saturn and Jupiter. Saturn is the slowest moving planet in zodiac, and it stays in a sign for almost 2.5 years. Often Saturn delays the results and makes one work very hard, because of which people get frustrated in general. Now the sign Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn rules two signs, Capricorn and Aquarius. Aquarius is considered in a Mool Trikon Rashi of Saturn. But Capricorn is considered the natural 10th house. It represents the natural 10th house in the Kala Chakra. So, Capricorn is a sign which indicates boundaries and breaking of the boundaries. It represents government, discipline, and is considered the tough side of Saturn because it demands hard work, dedication to be organized to accomplish things. So, Saturn, which has similar qualities, is very comfortable being in Capricorn, and both almost represent the same thing. So Saturn in Capricorn, in Kendra houses, that is 1, 4, 7 and 10, they give excellent results, and people having this kind of placement, they are in very good positions in government or in private sector. So they are in positions like CEO, CFO, and in government they end up as IAS officers or in very good authoritative positions. So Saturn demands a person to be disciplined, organized, work hard, sweat in whichever house it sits. Now Jupiter is considered to be debilitated in the sign of Capricorn. Why is it so? Jupiter is all about higher learning, philosophy, teachings, gurus, etc. When Jupiter enters in the sign of Capricorn, which demands hard work, survival, chasing of the goals, more to do with material survival or prosperity, Jupiter feels very uncomfortable here, and hence it is said to be debilitated. Capricorn in Capricorn, because it loses its true sense of belief and values. So here Jupiter has to work hard and chase after material success, which is against its basic nature. Now Jupiter in general represents expansion. It expands things which come in contact or the houses it sits in and aspects. Whereas Saturn represents boundaries. So when these two planets come in conjunction, there is a lot of confusion because Jupiter tries to expand the house it sits and the houses it aspects, whereas Saturn tries to have a boundary. So there is a lot of confusion, and for a person to overcome this, the person has to be he has to work extremely hard, be organized, make mature decisions, which obviously the person will do, but it's a kind of struggle initially. Now the key takeaway of this conjunction is that one has to work very hard, and one will surely achieve success, but with hard work, dedication. So when Saturn is in certain houses in Capricorn, it forms a few yogas which are very beneficial. So let us see what are the yogas. When Saturn sits in the Kendra houses in its own sign or in the sign of exaltation, which is Libra, it forms a Pancha Mahapurush yoga known as Shasha Yoga. And this yoga is formed for Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn ascendants. Now the person with Shasha Pancha Mahapurush yoga generally excels in the career, and this yoga brings phenomenal achievement in the field of career, outstanding achievements for hardworking people. Now, this conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn also forms a yoga known as Dharma Karma Adhipati Yoga for Aries and Gemini ascendants. So, Dharma Karma Adhipati Yoga is formed when the Lord of 9th and 10th houses either they exchange the places, or they aspect each other, or they are in conjunction in certain house. Now, the third yoga being formed is the cancellation of debilitation of Jupiter, which is known as Neech Bhang Raj Yoga. So, this is formed by Saturn because Saturn in its own house, when in conjunction with debilitated Jupiter, pulls Jupiter out of the debilitation, and this is known as Neech Bhang Raj Yoga, which is very good. It brings immense success in profession and business. But for this yoga to act, a person will first have to go through tough situations, and then the person will fight these situations, the person will come out, and then he'll reach heights. Now, how this conjunction basically works for all of us practically surely depends on a lot of parameters, like the dasha one is undergoing, the dasha, the antardasha, and how the planets are placed in the horoscope. Also, there is a concept of Ashtavarga score, wherein each planet gives a certain score to the houses. How well the planet will do in that house is depicted by the Ashtavarga score. So, today we will be discussing in general what this conjunction will bring about to all the ascendants. Now, for Aries ascendant, this conjunction is happening in the 10th house. So, the Lord of 9th house, that is Jupiter, and the Lord of 10th house are in conjunction in the 10th house. So, here two very important yogas are being formed. One is the Dharma Karma Adhipati Yoga and also the Shasha Pancha Mahapurush Yoga. So, for Aries ascendant, this conjunction is going to be extremely beneficial. So, this conjunction indicates that one will get higher status, promotion in job, respect, support from government. If a person is looking for job change, this is a very good time for job change. And the 7th aspect of Saturn and Jupiter is on the 4th house. So, this indicates one will either purchase new house or property or vehicle, or may renovate the existing property, and mother's health will be good, and mother status will increase in the society. For Taurus, this conjunction is happening in 9th house. 9th house represents many things like father, religion, philosophy, travel, etc. So this conjunction indicates that father's health will improve and relationship with father will get better. One will have to travel long distances, maybe to foreign land, and the journeys will be extremely beneficial and progressive for one's profession. The 7th aspect of the conjunction is on the 3rd house, which indicates that communication will improve. One will become very courageous and may involve in mass communication or publishing of certain, some articles or papers. It also indicates that younger sibling will prosper. Now for Gemini, this conjunction is happening in the 8th house. The Lord of 9th and 10th house in conjunction in 8th house. So it is forming a Dharma Karma Adhipati Yoga, but in the 8th house. Now in general, people are afraid of 8th house because 8th house represents many things like sudden events, sudden transformation, accidents, illness. But when Lord of 8th house Saturn is in its own sign, it generally protects its house, which means that health issues will be resolved, the longevity of a person will increase, hidden issues will be discovered and people will address those issues. So Now Jupiter and Saturn indicates that one's profession may undergo a sudden transformation, and one will be involved in a lot of research work in their profession, and this will give them a very good success. If a person is involved in occult or astrology, this is a great time to progress in the field. Now this conjunction aspects the second house, which indicates rise in income or gains from ancestral property. Any issue related to ancestral property can be resolved. One will be able to save money, and one's relationship with in-laws will get better. For Cancer ascendant, this conjunction is happening in 7th house, and Saturn is forming the Shasha Pancha Mahapurush Yoga. It is very good time for unmarried people to get married, to find a suitable partner. Great time for partnership in business. One may also travel to foreign land. The seventh common aspect of Saturn and Jupiter is on ascendant. So one will focus on improving one's personality and health, and it gives a person maturity. So for Leo ascendant, this conjunction is happening in the 6th house. So this indicates that a person will be able to find solution to deal with obstacles. One will overcome their enemies, but with lot of effort. One will be able to clear off the debts or bring debts under control, and one will also be able to win in competition. Now the seventh common aspect is on 12th house. So this indicates that one will be able to control his expenses. One will be able to control the losses. Losses will come under control, and one might get an opportunity to travel to foreign lands. Now for Virgo ascendant, this conjunction is happening in the 5th house of children and education. So this indicates that children will do extremely well in their education, or children might get settled in job if they are working. This conjunction is very supportive if persons are planning to have children. So it's a great time. This also indicates that one can gain from speculation, and this conjunction aspects the 11th house of hopes and wishes. So one can expect that his desires will be fulfilled, but with lot of effort and dedication. Now for Libra ascendant, this is happening in 4th house, and Saturn is forming the Shasha Pancha Mahapurush Yoga. Saturn also is exalted in the sign of Libra, so for Libra it's a very good conjunction. So it indicates that one will be able to purchase property or renovate the existing property. Real estate people will do extremely well. They'll get a lot of gains. One can buy vehicle or furniture. A mother's position will improve in society. The common aspect of Jupiter and Saturn is on 10th house, which indicates a promotion in job, or one may get a better job opportunity. Good time for a job change. Job environment will be very good and supportive. So for Scorpio ascendant, this conjunction is happening in 3rd house. So it indicates that courage will increase, and one will start putting efforts in the right direction and achieve success. Short travels are on card, and one may involve in mass communication and publishing work. 7th aspect is on the 9th house, which indicates one will take interest in religion or learning higher philosophy. One can have long distance travels to foreign land and might stay there for some time. Yeah. So the next ascendant is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, this conjunction is happening in the 2nd house. So this indicates that issues related to family inheritance will be resolved. One will be able to accumulate more money. Communication will improve, because 2nd house also represents speaking ability, so it will surely improve. Now it aspects the 8th house, so one will be able to identify the hidden enemies. Relationship with in-laws will improve. and spouse might get inheritance. For Capricorn, this is happening in the ascendant, and Saturn is forming the Shasha Pancha Mahapurush Yoga. So, because it is happening in ascendant, one will be able to improve on his personality and health. Marriage issues will be resolved. Both the partners will feel responsible, and they'll get a lot of maturity to resolve issues, if any. And if the dasha is supporting, then unmarried people may get married. Partnership ties will improve in business. For Aquarius ascendant, this conjunction is happening in the 12th house. So 12th house in general indicates expenses, losses, foreign travels, and many other things. So this conjunction can help one contain losses, travel to foreign land. The 7th common aspect on the 6th house will help one to win in competition, and also, if at all there are any court cases or litigations, then they will be resolved. One will be able to discipline the daily routine and will be able to overcome their enemies. Now for Pisces, this conjunction is very extremely good, because it is happening in the 11th house of hopes and wishes. So it's a great transit for them. Their network circle will increase, and one will get support from friends and elder sibling. Now 7th aspect on 5th house indicates children will do extremely well in studies or settle well in job. And if one is planning for children, it's a great time to plan. So guys, this was my analysis on Saturn Jupiter conjunction. If you like the video, you can subscribe to my channel. For personal consultation, please visit my website. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you soon with another video.